One of my favorite players I've evaluated in a long time is on campus in Morgantown right now. This four-star guard can absolutely play.
You are Locked On West Virginia, your daily podcast on the West Virginia Mountaineers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
And what is up? Welcome back in, guys. My name is Mountaineer Paul. I am your host. This is Locked On West Virginia, baby. We're talking absolute hoops right now, where an elite four-star guard is on campus with the Mountaineers, and I couldn't be more stoked about it. Before we get there, though, let's talk sponsors, guys. Monarch Money sponsors this episode, and why shouldn't they? If you want to take control of your finances today, use Monarch Money and use code LOCKEDONCollege at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. Thanks for making Locked On West Virginia your first listen, and for being a part of the Locked On Podcast Network, where we talk about your team every single day. Guys, today a big day. Amir Jenkins, man. This kid is a stud, capital S stud, on campus right now. As he posted earlier today, I could have had this earlier, and I totally missed a crucial text message. I'm so mad about it. If you look in Discord, you'll see why. I didn't post any names or anything, but I was so mad today, man. I should have had this hours ago, but I had a doctor's appointment and all kinds of things. So it is what it is. Can't be first to everything, and it don't really matter. At the end of the day, it's all about covering this kid fairly. And I'll be honest, man, I wasn't sure what to expect. He's 6'3", 185 pounds, point guard. And I want to point out exactly what we need in this offense that they're going to run this coming year for point guard. Exactly what we need. Like, this kid is phenomenal with so many different things that he does, and we're going to watch the tape to show exactly what I'm talking about. Amir Jenkins, man, what a player. So he's from Boston Amateur Basketball Club, AAU program, which is a really nice AAU program they've got going there. Plays at Worcester Academy in Massachusetts. There's some confusion. I'm not sure if he's reclassified or what's going on here. It says he previously had adjusted his academic timeline before transferring to Worcester as a reclassified junior. I'm not exactly sure what that means for his senior year. I'm trying to get confirmation. Still don't know if he's a 26 or 25 guy. I'm assuming 26 for now. We'll just go with that assumption for now. If it changes, we'll update you. But, I mean, he's got to commit first. He is a four-star prospect, ranked in number 73 overall in the class, number 3 total overall in Massachusetts, and by his senior year, maybe the best player in the state of Massachusetts. This kid is he stuffs stat sheets up bad. I mean, 23 points a game, 5.1 assists per game, almost 4 rebounds a game, almost 2.5 steals a game. This kid went from 0 to 4 stars overnight, literally. Like, they didn't even have eyes on this kid last year, I think it was. I have to go back and look at the timeline on it, but I think it was over the course of like 2 weeks. This kid went from no stars to 4 stars because he played so well in the 2023 state tournament, I think it was. I'll have to go back and look and clarify exactly when this was. He won the gold medal in the under-18 World Cup for USA Basketball. High pressure performance in those games, guys. High pressure. If you look at his AAU stats, 14 points, 4 assists per game, really good. Here are his strengths. And I'll tell you right now, he's got an elite with a capital E back to the basket game. And he's an old school point guard. Think Mark Jackson from the New York Knicks. That kind of style player. That's what he reminds me of. I'm not saying he's going to be Mark Jackson, but if you'll remember, Mark Jackson was one of those point guards that he would take you down low and punish you if you couldn't guard in the post. And this kid is just like Mark Jackson. He'll take guys in the post. His footwork is elite. I'm telling you, elite. You'll see his footwork is nasty with it when his back is to the basket. What it allows him to do is post up smaller defenders effectively. He uses a 6'3" frame to create space in the post. He's able to score smooth in the mid range. He pulls up right around 37% on jumpers in the mid range. He's got a really good mid range game. He's got a crafty step through game where off the post, he'll use that pivot foot to do different things, and he'll step through defenders, which creates space, allows him to get to the bucket. But if not, he can toss that thing off to one of his teammates, which allows him to facilitate playmaking. He draws a ton of defense to him doing this. It's a really, really it's not used enough anymore. It's one of my when I seen him doing this, I'm not gonna be lie, like I was so happy inside because like that's how I play, you know. I love to play like that. I love to get the ball down low and do things off of it. And I think that's why he had 5 assists per game at Worcester, because he's so good coming off the post. He's just comfortable there. You know, he loves to catch that thing and spin. He can just do so many different things with it. He is electric in transition, a quick first step, elite speed, really great midair adjustability. You know, his 20 for 26 shooting on fast breaks and Adidas play, it show exactly why he's able to exploit defenses. And man, does his footwork shine in tough spaces and tight spaces, including those post-ups we were talking about. As a point guard, he's a natural floor general. He averages right around 5.1 assists at Worcester, like we talked about, and then 4 in the Adidas play. He's got really good vision, and man, he's got some passes we're going to show you guys. They're insane creative passes. Like, this kid has a chance to be so good, and if West Virginia gets him, oh man, I'm gonna be through the roof excited for that. This is one of my dream players. The way he plays, I love it, guys. I'm not overhyping this. You'll see in a second. He's a nightmare on ball defender, by the way. Averages 2 to 2.5 steals per game. He's a relentless pressure. He's got great lateral quickness. He's got multi-positional versatility. I think he can play either the 1 or the 2, and maybe the 3 if he gets bigger. And his motor, man, it just disrupts passing lanes, forces turnovers. He's got a great personality, by the way. He really does. Great personality, which we're going to show a clip of him. I think Slam Magazine or somebody went and covered him. He was mic'd up for it. So we'll watch that too. But beyond the floor general aspect of his game and his post game, he dominates the mid range off the dribble. He loves to get to a spot. He's efficient with it. And really, you know, I think it adds another layer to his game, making him a 3-level scorer. He's got a nickname, the Wolf of Worcester. Worcester. It's kind of like saying Worcestershire sauce or Worcestershire sauce. He brings intensity and leadership, man, and he's really got a winning resume. He's got 2 state titles, a FIBA gold. He's got AAU success. He's coachable and team first, which is exactly what we're looking for. He's got Providence, Creighton, Maryland, Mississippi State, Virginia Tech, Xavier, Albany, Boston College, George Washington, San Diego State, Bonaventure, you name it. They want him. VCU, Michigan, Pitt, Iowa State. Everybody wants the kid. You know, he's a Worcester native and it's from a basketball family. His father was a 1,000-point scorer at Salem State. His uncle, Nadir Tharp, who was a Kansas kid, if you'll remember, went to the G League. And he's also was a 23-24 Massachusetts Max Preps Player of the Year. He's coached by Jamie Sullivan, and I've heard a lot about Coach Sullivan as well. Let's get to the hot piss meter. I know that's what you guys are waiting on, and it's a good one. So shooting, I give it 8.9 out of 10. He's lethal in the mid-range, 37% up pull-ups on jumpers that Adidas play. Elite back to the basket game in that mid-range jumper really helps with the step-throughs in his arsenal. He's right around 29% from 3. So he has room for growth there. The reason I gave it such a high mark is because his game is about shooting mid range. He's not really a 3-point shooter at this point in time, although I do think that he can get there. I really do. Because if you can shoot free throws in mid range, you can shoot threes. It just takes work. And he's had to play a certain way in high school to win. In college, even though he won't be needed with the way they build this team, most likely they'll build guys around him that can shoot it. He can get to the rack, he can get to the mid range and kill you as a shooter. So I gave him high marks for shooting. It's just my personal opinion. Athleticism, I've got him a 9.6 out of 10. He's got elite speed, an extremely quick first step, almost elite body control, and you'll see he hangs in the air, takes hits like it's not. I'm not saying he's Michael Jordan, but that's like you remember how Jordan used to do that. He would hang in the air, take a bump, and then throw that thing up there and get in ones and stuff. That's what this kid does. He was 20 for 26 on fast breaks in the Adidas deal, which is just insane. And then those post up scenarios where we talked about his footwork, exploiting defenders by the step throughs and all that. And his 6'3 frame allows him to do this through adding passing and all that. But he needs to add some weight, obviously, and so he can be more finished for a physical and able to elevate and finish through and against more physical opponents. That's going to be important. I've got a 9.5 out of 10 on defense. He's a terror on defense. He averages almost 3 steals a game. That's incredible. And if you look at what coaches say, he's a lockdown defender. He's got lateral quickness. He's a relentless motor. He can guard multiple positions. He disrupts plays. He's got, obviously, the back to the basket game as well, guys. I know I keep going back to this. It doesn't directly impact defense, but his physicality in the post suggests his potential to hold up against stronger guards, in my opinion. So I think, minor gains in strength at college, which you will get, could make him elite, right? Overall, as a playmaker, I've got him at 9.8 out of 10. He's a premier floor general, 5.1 assists per game, 4 assists per game in AAU. He's got that just so much in his game that make him so good as a floor general. He's just a tad a bit over aggressive at times. Leadership, 9.7 out of 10. He's led 2 state championship games. He's got a gold medal under his belt. Like he's 8-0 under the on the AAU team. Like everywhere he goes, they literally win it all. Natural leader. So that adds up to 47.5 out of 50, one of the highest scores I've ever given. And I think my final thoughts are this. He's a dynamic point guard that's a great facilitator. He's a close to elite on-ball defender at this point in high school. An elite back to the basket game, which I think complements his athleticism, playmaking, and defensive prowess. The mid-range game is really good. The only weakness I see in his game really is his three-point shooting, and sometimes his over-aggressiveness. That's it, really. Other than that, this kid is a rising star, and I wouldn't be surprised if he went to the right program. He could gain possibly a 5th star this coming year, unless he reclassifies. Then I don't know what's going to go on. We'll go to break. We'll watch this kid on tape so you can see it yourself. I'm a big fan, guys, as you can't tell. We'll be right back. This is Locked On West Virginia. And this episode is going to be brought to you by Monarch Money. Look, when it comes to saving money, how can you manage that even easier? Well, Monarch Money is going to help with that. And with Monarch Money, whether you're growing your savings, planning a big purchase, or what have you, Monarch Money puts you in the driver's seat. It's like having your own personal CFO. Gives you full visibility and control over your finances. We all need that. It's more than just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center where you can track your accounts, investments, and spending in one convenient place. And in addition to managing your money, you're also building your wealth. That's always good. So if you want to take control of your finances today with Monarch Money, use code LOCKEDONCollege at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONCollege for half off your very first year. And it's segment 2. And for this one, I had to crack a do. Don't yell at me. I don't want no judgment. This is a judgment-free zone. It's my first do in a couple days. And I got to watching this one, and I relapsed. No, but I'm feeling good, guys. So you know what? If anxiety comes as a effect of this, then so be it. I guess I'm just meant to have it. Let's get to the tape. So I don't know where to start, honestly. Um, let's go with. Let's see. You know what? I'll show you the video where I saw his back to the basket game because I feel like that was a big part of what I was talking about. Let me get to it. His back to the basket game. It's kind of funny because I brought it up so much. Here it is. So this is the first video I ever saw on him, guys. And I was like, holy cow. So I went and looked in more of it. So I want to make sure that this guy here gets credit for putting me onto this because I'm not the kind of person that would just pretend like no, I saw this somewhere first.
This Hooper's the type of Hooper that real Hoopers appreciate. Amir Jenkins is a 6'2" junior guard from Worcester, Massachusetts, and his game's the perfect blend of old and new. His footwork and back to the basket game is elite, opening up mid-range J's, kickouts to his shooters, and letting him step through or spin his way to tough finishes at the rim. He's not afraid to attack you off the dribble either, using his craft to get a bucket himself or to collapse defenses and create looks for his teammates like a true point guard. Last but not least, Amir's defensive instincts are at a high level, making it clear why in Worcester his nickname's the Wolf. He's been catching scouts' attention this spring, and if he keeps playing the way he's been playing, he'll just keep on rising.
Like I should just end the video there. You see some of these moves though? Like look, I just love how he's able to spin right here. And like that kid was trying to take a charge, but he's too crafty for that. You know, like in behind the back, you know, the hesitation moves, like these are elite moves. Look how quick he's doing this. Behind the back, the hesitation, everything on this move here coming up. Behind the back, the hesitation to the bucket between two guys. You know, pull up in the mid-range game. Let me dunk in your face. Here's the footwork. When I saw this, I was like, oh my God. You know how many guys would kill to have footwork like this in the post? It's insane, man. You know, and as you can see, he can either do the fadeaway like Jordan did, which we'll go back and watch one more time really quick. He can either do the fadeaway. Well, there it is right there. So he can either do the fadeaway off of it, right? Or he can come back to the middle right here and do it. So there's two different mid-range jumpers off of that. And then obviously whenever he gets double teamed or puts himself in a bad spot in the baseline, and some of these passes here, you got to slow him down to really watch them. Like that's not a pass, but I think one of these coming up is there's when he hangs in the air, and this isn't the only film we'll watch, but right here's where he hangs in the air. What I was talking about, how he gets contact midair. There's a pass. I mean, look at that one. And the thing is, I believe that was intentional. He brought the ball up on purpose, like showy in a way to get people to react, to go around. See? Beautiful pass. And then this one here too. You know, like he's so gifted. That pass, like, you know, and then we talked about the defense. I mean, we know about it. That's why I gave him such a high score. I think he does so much so well that it's kind of hard, a lot to take in, you know. And I think even at where he's at now at 4 stars, I think you could make a case that he's a little undervalued, just a little, in my opinion. Yeah, here he is at the Slam Hoops thing. I'm going to play this too because I got a big kick out of his personality. May not be for everybody, but I think you think about how he would fit in with other players his age. I think he would fit in really well. Very positive, wants to laugh and have a good time. Like, I love that stuff.
I'm in the hood now, Slim. I'm in New York now. Hey, Slim.
Look at that guy.
Right here. Hey, I'm on that early. Oh, yeah. Oh my
Took a bump.
God.
Like to see it? That's a 3. See what I'm saying too? Like his shooting form, I don't even know why he shoots as low as he does. You look at it, that's perfect shooting form. So I personally believe this is somebody that can get 33, 34 if he really wanted to. That's off the defense. And there you see him hang in the air and get a bucket.
Right there. Hey, gotta get money. Touch on your order.
Plus 100 aura. Off the, there's that post game again. He said, I don't know what he got him so comfortable. So obviously the great finish at the rim as well. So there's that, and then we'll watch actually some video from a better angle. So boom, boom, and then we got this here. Well, this might not be what I thought it was, but similar. This is just a bunch of cut-ups of him doing work. Woo! I thought he was going to make that dunk. Guys, what if he would have made this dunk right here? Holy crap. Oh, that guy hit his elbow, it looks like. That was a highlight dunk. And to think about it, he's only a junior. He's going to get a lot more explosive. Give him another year, 2 years from now, can you imagine? He's grown into a man. Like, he's still a kid. Like, his explosiveness is only going to get better. Probably have been a late bloomer as well, which is why he wasn't ranked coming into this junior year. But there's no doubt he should be now. Just a competitor, too, tough. Like, there's so much about this kid that excites me for his future because I just don't think he's even scratched the surface of what he can actually become. Like, there's so much about his game that gets me going, really. This is more recent stuff. Like the lefty. So, very smooth and silky, obviously. And still growing. So, and I like, that's a great pass. Wow. Trying to find some normal highlights that just kind of show from the side angle. Here we go. So here he is at 3.
Shot.
There's no, yeah, guys. See, I see this shot here. There's no reason he shoots 29%. That's a pretty looking shot.
Shot. Got it.
Maybe it's because
Jenkins.
there's that defense again. Sorry, I keep going back.
Jenkins
He does that all the time,
takes the
doesn't he?
cookies. Jenkins with the lay.
Jenkins with the cookies. Did you hear him? Jenkins with the cookies.
Jenkins with the lay. There he goes. They get away
This
from
announcer's
that.
cracking me up.
Oh, I thought he was going to dunk that.
He's just like having
we go.
casual conversation.
Jenkins.
Oh, I thought he was going to dunk that.
And lead.
This center,
Flush.
this big guy he had on this team is really good. I don't know if where he's going, but
Makes
this
the
dude,
second.
the center that he plays with, this guy.
Nice play.
can
Nice
man.
fit.
Like every time I see him, he's in on a big play.
Jenkins.
This is the
Jenkins.
state championship game, by the way. So we're talking about elite pressure, right?
Frank. Oh. Nice pass. He wants to get to the cup. Jenkins. Making free throws, though.
So, and this was, I looked it up. These were to go ahead in the game. So 3 minutes left. You're at the line. You know, these are big shots.
It was tied at 44.
Tied at 44.
Offensive boards. Can't get it to go, but again, he can't get it. Off they go.
And they won the state championship. Congratulations. Guys, that's what we need in this program. We need a winner. We need somebody that knows what winning looks like. We need somebody that expects to come in and win right away. There's no reason that he can't be that. Let's go to break. Come back and I'll give you my final thoughts on this. Stick around. This is Locked On West Virginia. And this episode of Locked On West Virginia is going to be brought to you by Rugiet. I get it, guys. You've probably heard of Viagra or Cialis. Maybe you've even tried them. But if you're looking for something beyond the usual pill, it's time to get Rugiet ready. Rugiet is a next-gen prescription treatment designed to amplify arousal and brain and boost blood flow. Unlike the usual pills that can take hours, Rugiet's 3-in-1 formula dissolves under your tongue and kits in fast. On average, in 15 minutes, it can last up to 36 hours, so you can stay confident and in control when the moment is right. Traditional options haven't worked. Maybe rejet's your answer. Over 150,000 men have made the switch. Individual results may vary, guys, with prescription treatment. Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing reviews. Please visit Rejet's website for full safety information. All right, guys, we are back here, Locked On West Virginia. All right, so my final thoughts are we've got to figure out a way to get this kid. And, so here's what I'm going to ask you to do. It's and I'm asking you to do this legitimately. Let me find it again. I think it's just Amir Jenkins, but I want to make sure. Let's see. It's losing track here. Thought I had it pulled up already. Yeah, here it is. At Amir Jenkins 0. That's all it is. I'll put it down in the chat really quick. So it's at Amir Jenkins 0. I'm going to paste it in here. Shaq, any of my moderators in here, maybe try to get this. At Amir Jenkins 0. So what I want everybody to do is just post something to the kid. If you go in my Discord, you'll see what I posted. Let's show this kid the ultimate amount of love, because I'm told it matters with certain kids, right? I think it matters with this kid. I think that he would love to be loved by our fan base. There's no reason that we can't do that. I think there's one reason, there's one thing that our fan base is good at, and it's this, showing love to players. There's no reason why we can't do this, make it easy. I've also got posts on social media already with him tagged, so you can repost that. If you're watching this on X, you're already on my profile, which 100 of you are. So if you can, do me a big favor and do that. If you're watching on YouTube, go over to X, or just take that link in the chat box right there, at Amir Jenkins 0, and just just put in there at Amir Jenkins 0 and say, hey man, want you in Morgantown or whatever. Just show him some kind of love. Go to his page and say thanks for visiting. Anything like that would help. And see what we can do. Together we can make a difference. Other than that, guys, I don't have a lot for you. I appreciate you for joining in today. I got some things to do. Got vacation coming up and all that, so I got to get some things done. But I'll be back later, I'm sure, guys. We got more stuff going on today. Let's talk then. Thanks for making Locked On West Virginia your first listen, and for being a part of the Locked On Podcast Network, where we talk about your team every single day. Make sure you check out Locked On Portal, guys, next. That my dude Brian Smith does an amazing job over there covering everything from college football and beyond. So we will talk to you later, guys, on another episode of Locked On West Virginia. Amir Jenkins, man, that's that guy. This episode's over, and I'm out.